And now for part two of discussing mental health in the Black community with my guest, Dr. Jackie Davis. Put it on the altar.
Put it on the altar.
Cast your
And then
care.
again, I'm not speaking that the
Yes,
altar that does not change, does not
exactly.
help.
Yes,
I
yes.
am a product of that.
So am
But
I. Yes,
what
yes.
but what I'm saying is we have to learn that there are resources that are available to us that need to be worked into our lives, that actually have to coping skills to help us push past these barriers, because right along with dealing with mental illness, the shame, the lack of trust, the certain thinking errors and those thinking patterns, they have no they have no respect of person. They have no respect of religion. They have no respect of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to come outside of what we know and move towards practices that are practical, literally practical, that we
Yes.
can do every day to help us move towards
I like that. I like that so much, Dr. Davis. And then that leads me into my next question. Um, you know the saying, you are what you eat. And for those just tuning in, I'm chatting with Dr. Jackie Davis. She's a holistic nutritionist and also clinical psychologist and therapist. And we are discussing mental health in the Black community. And in my next question, Dr. Davis, nutrition and mental health, is there a link?
Of course, there is a link. Now, you just said that you are what you eat.
Yes.
And I would even go further to say that you are what you absorb.
Wow.
Because when it comes to what we're eating in our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
we make decisions sometimes based off of taste, and I can say I've done that before. I really have.
Mm-hmm.
But what you put into your body should be nutrient dense. Most of the mental illness says that we are dealing with in society today come from mineral and vitamin deficiencies.
Wow.
We're literally not getting enough of what we need, really and truly.
Do you think the lifestyle today has a lot to do with that? Everyone's on the go and we're going through the drive-through, and some people going to Chick-fil-A and McDonald's, and we're just, snacking at work versus, can you dig into that as well?
Yes, most definitely. They are training us. Again, we live in a capitalistic society. Capitalistic. So it's about getting money, making profit. And we are the individuals that are making those things happen. So the hamster wheel is always going, always going, always going. And that work-life balance over here in the United States is very, very imbalanced. Most individuals, their priorities are set on making a certain status, having and maintaining certain things in life. And sometimes on the other end of the scale, it's about survival. So if you are surviving, your levels of cortisol, which is a hormone in the body, are very high. And that can wear an individual down, so and that on top of that wears down your immune system, and your immune system keeps you healthy. So if you can't fight off disease, you'll get sick. But guess what, if I get sick, I can't go to work, and if I can't go to work, I can't make money. If I can't make money, and if it's a man, if I can't make money, what type of man am I?
Wow. Wow.
And if it's a woman, how can I provide for my family? Maybe it's a single mom, maybe it's not. But resources have a lot to do with the mental health state of all individuals, but especially those that are disenfranchised.
Yes. And you notice, like, in minority or low income communities, up and down the street, fast food, fast food, fast food. And then when you go to the grocery store, if there's even one there in the community, the quality of the produce is very selected and very poor. Can you unpack that?
That's systematic. Remember, we were speaking about the systematic racism that exists. There are parts of certain town of Nashville, because you're from here.
Yeah.
Off of 12th, that place is a food desert. You cannot find a Whole Foods in that area.
No, you can't. You have to go all the way to Green Hills. And a lot of people don't have the transportation to get to Green Hills.
Exactly. So with the money that is being poured into certain areas of town reflect the people that are in the area.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are, they're I'll put it like this: they're catering to their environment,
Mm-hmm.
meaning the capitalistic society. Why would they put a Whole Foods in a community that possibly could not afford it? But then on top of that, if I put a Whole Foods there, that means they're going to get more fruits, more vegetables, more whole foods.
Mm-hmm.
That means that they might actually be getting better and making better food choices. That means that they might not go to the doctor and get that prescription that I expect them to get.
Mm-hmm.
And if they get that prescription, they might not get that diagnosis. So when it comes down, it's all a circle.
Yeah,
big pharma, the medical, as far as medicine, big pharma,
mm-hmm.
as far as medications are concerned, when it comes down to the farming, agricultural industry, they're all in each other's pockets, and it goes around and around and around, and they're just passing the money to each other. And anybody would say, or as far as research is concerned that I've seen, people say, when you want to know where the problem is, follow the money.
Wow. And you know what? That is so true you said that, because as you were talking, I began to think also in those same communities that are experiencing disparity, you see more what you call minute clinics or free
mm-hmm.
clinics, but there are no grocery stores.
Exactly. They expect you to be sick. They expect violence to happen. They expect you to have to rush somebody to, the ER. That's what they expect. So they're planning the people in that community's destinies out by putting certain things that they figured that they would need.
Wow.
But that's based on what they have already set them up to be. As far as the school systems in that area,
mm-hmm.
as far as the crime rates and community-based organizations, if they don't put them there, what are the kids going to do after school?
Wow.
So again, it's just foreshadowing. They plan your life out. But as far as research is concerned, the risk of depression increases about 80% when and some research that I recently read that compares teens that have low quality diets as opposed to those who have higher quality whole foods diet.
Because that impacts your learning in school, right, Dr. Davis?
I would assume, not even I would assume. Yes, ma'am. Yes, it does. Because when it comes down to what you're supposed to be putting inside of your body, when I was talking about eating nutrient-dense foods, B vitamins, people who have low levels of B12 suffer from brain inflammation. You want to eat food that feed the brain and give the brain vitamins and minerals and things like that. So individuals that have low B12 levels suffer from brain inflammation and higher levels of depression and dementia.
Mm-hmm.
People that actually don't have a lot of folate have been linked to low mood. So iron too. I know so many people, and women and men, that could raise their hands and say that they're anemic, right?
My hand is raised. My hand is raised. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that actually has been linked to depression as well.
Wow.
Omega-3s. Mm-hmm. These are those healthy the healthy fatty acids. They improve thinking and memory and possibly your mood. Mm-hmm. So making sure that you get your omega-3s, 6s, and 9s is important for your clarity of thought and memory. And zinc helps control individuals' responses to stress.
Wow.
And I'm like, we're here in the United States of America. One of my professors at this said we won the lottery being born here. Yes. And I didn't understand that at the beginning. But I understand it now, because you have the opportunity to do things that other countries do not. Mm-hmm. But there is a flip side to that coin, that we have to manage our lives. But the foods that we're eating, right? Zinc, I was just talking about zinc, right?
Right.
But a great source for zinc is oysters. I am a vegetarian.
Oh my God, girl, no. I cannot do oysters. Oh Lord.
I'm just saying. But zinc, I supplement with whole foods and with actual,
I'll take the actual, like the vitamin, but like raw.
That's what I do. But I'm just telling anybody on here that likes to, eat oysters, it has 500% of your daily need of zinc. But it just has 10 calories. I'm just saying, mussels are good too. Good brain food. But
what about like the salmon or tuna or?
Yes, Those
Okay.
great. Salmon or mackerel provide omega-3 fatty acids,
Okay.
B12, zinc, selenium. Those are good brain boosters. And dark chocolate. All my
Yes,
chocolate.
yes, yes. I love chocolate. Yes, yes. Woohoo.
Yes, that increases the blood flow to the brain and aids in mood and memory. So, you know, I tell people there's a science to eating. There is a science. And these wonderful gifts that Earth Mother has given us, sometimes we process them and make them into other things, and sometimes we don't. But we have what we need to be successful and to be healthy. We just have to weed out those things that are not good for us, and we have to do the research. We can't be lazy about it,
Right.
when we allow the corporate kitchen to feed us these certain things, and then we wonder what's wrong, it's because you didn't read the label. You didn't ask what's in this, because like you said earlier, what you are is what you eat.
You know, I have a rule when I go shopping. If I cannot pronounce it, I do not buy it.
I'm telling you, I live by that. And if I take my phone with me, I have a number of apps that I look at. There's one called the Dirty Dozen, and it comes out every year to where you can look at what fresh fruits and vegetables are on the Dirty Dozen list, meaning that if they're on the Dirty Dozen list, you need to buy them organic, hands down, because they're full of pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and glyphosate. And these things there's research been done and to extensively see how they affect the human body, to where, you know, we have certain illnesses like, it's highly debatable, but you know, there's a lot of research out about autism. We're dealing with food allergies. We're dealing with people who have defects, children who have defects in their body and their brain,
like cleft palates and things like that.
Yep, all those things, especially. And then you just have regular, when I say regular, that's unfortunate that we have to call it regular,
right?
But diabetes and hypertension.
Wow. Well, you know what, Dr. Davis, this call has been so amazing, and you are my first guest on the Speaker Podcast.
Yay! I'm so honored.
Yes, and I definitely, we have to have you back, because we just scratched the surface on this episode. So we got to bring you back, girl. We got to have you back, because you have so much information, and I hope everyone listening really got something out of this particular episode. So with that being said, Dr. Davis, how can people reach you? Like if they want to contact you about mental health or schedule an appointment, social media. So just let people know how they can touch bases with you.
Great. I do have a website. You can go to www.divinewellnessnow.net. And on my website, there are links to my Facebook page and my Instagram page. It talks all about my services and the number to call. The number on my website is 615-267-3965. That is my personal business line. And you can actually put your information into the contact page, and I'll be able to pull it up immediately. I really want anybody that's willing and ready to take their life and their wellness into their own hands to reach out. And I'm not afraid to say I don't know, but believe me, I'll put you in contact with someone who does, or I'll do what I need to do to make sure that I can assist you. But that again is www.divinewellnessnow.net. And on Facebook, it's Divine Wellness. And on Instagram, it's Divine Wellness Now as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. I would love to hear from you. You can email me at kamikiminklashes@gmail.com. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at kamikimink. And tap, shop, and slay with me on my website at www.kamikimink.com. And catch new episodes every weekend of the Speaker Podcast on YouTube and SoundCloud. Until next time, thanks for listening and be blessed.